Hello Scorpio, thanks for being here on Dragonfly Soul Tarot. I am Dot, and today we are doing the couples love reading for the period between July and the end of the year of 2021, maybe the first couple of months of 2022. So we're going to be doing 5 rows of 3. The first row will be you, the second row will be them, the third row will be the relationship, the fourth row will be advice, and the final row will be it will be the outcome, possible outcome. Okay, so let's get started. First card I have for you is the 9 of Cups. And we have the 2 of Wands. And we have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so the second row, them, we have the 8 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords. And we have the 4 of Cups. For the relationship itself, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Cups. And we have the Devil. For advice, we have the 9 of Wands. We have the Judgment card. We have the King of Pentacles. And the final row, the possible outcome is the Fool, the Moon, and the King of Swords. Okay, wow. All right, Scorpio, who is gone again? Jeez, they keep rushing out of your life and in and out and in and out, and it's really ticking you off. This is for those Scorpios in that situation. This is what I'm getting from the reading. Okay, so here we have the 9 of Cups, the Wish card. So, and then we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the 5 of Swords. So this is a roller coaster ride. 1 minute they're the person of your dreams, the next minute they are distant. Like they're distant, they're hot, they're cold, they're here, they're spending time away from you, and it's really hurting. It's really making you depressed. It's really making you internalize and think twice about this union here. What have you built? You felt like they are everything that you ever wanted, right? But here we are, you are internalizing something, and something is making you feel down, making you feel depressed. And the 2 of Wands to me seems to be like separation, or viewing 2 different roads. So the dichotomy between these 2 cards makes me think that this is a person who is embodying someone who is here 1 minute and gone the next. They're communicative, and then they shut you out. They want to spend all the time with you, and then they don't want to see you for a while. And then it's causing a lot of confusion. It's causing a lot of internalized depressed thoughts. So this seems to be where you are at this time. Let me take a look at where they are. We have the 4 of Cups, we have the 7 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. And see, this is them at this point being in a phase of being away from you. They may have, they may feel like you have betrayed them in some sort of way. So this could be reactions to how you are treating them. So this is a dynamic that is going back and forth between you two. So I'm not trying to paint them in a completely negative light, because you may be withdrawing into yourself and causing them to want to withdraw from you. Okay, so they may just be reacting to what your actions here. The Two of Wands, in some rare cases, may also, to me, in this reading, indicate that there was an indiscretion on your part, or you threatened to leave, and then they reciprocated in kind. Okay, so this is a roller coaster ride for some Scorpios. Things are up, things are down, and they are feeling betrayed, so they are holding their cards to their chest. They are not giving. The Four of Cups is the card of withdrawing emotion, and the Eight of Cups is the card of walking away. So they may temporarily be away from you at this time while they work through these feelings of betrayal. So, as I mentioned before, for these more serious readings, this may not apply to everyone. This is a general reading for those who need to hear it the most. So something you have done has caused them to feel betrayed, and they are stepping away from you again. The relationship itself, though, is a very deep, strong bond. Almost like a karmic connection. Yet it's immature. There's a lot of immaturity here. It hasn't developed to the point where your relationship can weather any sort of turmoil. At the first sign of turmoil, there is issues with backing away and leaving and coming back, and that is difficult because we have the Devil here in the relationship row, which means that there are some dependency issues. It could be one or the other of you is dependent on some sort of substance, or they feel that they can't get away from you, or you feel like you can't get away from them. It's a very intense, maybe even manipulative at times, where you are doing things that are purposely invoking a reaction in the other person. Maybe you don't feel loved at one point, so you do something to act out, and then they feel betrayed, and then they act out, right? Or they may have betrayed you, and you act out, or actually you more likely would internalize that as opposed to act out. If you act out, you may turn to some sort of indiscretion here. So the bond itself is a karmic bond, a very close. You feel like you've known them forever. Even if this is a relationship that is not one that has been around forever, you feel like you've known them forever. And there's a very deep, intense sexual chemistry between you two that is undeniable. But the way you relate to each other is very immature at this time. And so you need to grow a bit more and mature as people in order to overcome this this negativity, this toxicity, and become this union that is quite ideal. So it's a good connection. I mean, in terms of the way you relate to each other. When things are good, they are unbelievably good. But then it can change so quickly. It's a roller coaster ride. Okay, so we're moving on to the advice, and we have Judgment here, and Judgment indicates to me that something was discovered that was hidden. Something came to light. We have the King of Pentacles, which to me indicates a way to approach this situation in a more mature manner. We have the Page of Pentacles, who has grown to become the King of Pentacles, the stable king who knows how to deal with ups and downs of a relationship in a mature manner. And then we have the Nine of Wands, the place of rest and recuperation after discourse, right? After discord. So something has come to light and you need to deal with it like a grown-up, not this page here. The page is the immature one, and you want to be the mature one in this relationship. It's going to take some time, of course, because the Nine of Wands is the one who has gone through it all. He's gone through the 5, the 7, the 8 of Wands, and arrived at the 9. It was so much activity, so much growing in a short period that it's time to just rest and recuperate and grow emotionally. So you can deal with this particular revelation that came up in your relationship. Now this could also be them who has to grow up and deal with this revelation about you. It's difficult to discern whether the perceived betrayal was on their side or your side, because we have the Two of Wands there. Oop, 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 oop. Slippy, slippy. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands on top there, and I see that as you possibly betraying them, or they possibly betraying you every time they go away. Okay, so you need to grow and become more self-assured of how to deal with these ups and downs. We want to respond, not react when there's a problem in a relationship. Okay, and respond appropriately. And I see a lot of inappropriate responses to problems, and that is an immature thing. Okay, and then the final row, we have the Fool, the Moon, and the King of Swords. So this is not likely to be resolved within the next 6 months. It's going to take longer. The Moon is indicative of ongoing issues, that roller coaster ride does not end. There are strong words, but someone has to cut through the BS. Okay, so until this is dealt with, this this disappointment, but it is a karmic connection. These ups and downs are going to continue until someone cuts through the BS, because there's still a lot of immaturity here. And the Fool is unrealistic expectations. So their expectations of you, your expectations of them, they're being, do I want to say shattered? They're being exposed as unrealistic. So you don't want to put them on a pedestal when they're only human, right? And they may have high expectations of you as well, as being this perfect lover and provider, but this is not. This is a card that indicates too much of a good thing, right? Someone that you can't get away from. You can't get away from each other. They may be gone one day, but they'll be back. And you may think of leaving, but you always go back. Okay? So I think the main card here in the outcome is the King of Wands. And he needs to use his sword to cut through the lies, cut through the BS. And the King of Cups, who is the grown-up, the stable one, the one who acts like an adult in the relationship and not reacts to issues in the relationship in order for you to come together and grow as a couple. Because we have this beautiful, beautiful card there, you know? I mean, it's right there, smack dab in the middle. And all this is all around it. And it's attainable. It's attainable. But we need to do some maturing emotionally and some the ability to communicate more directly. Okay, so that's your reading for the next 6 months, Scorpio. I hope this was helpful. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Please like and subscribe because that helps me in the YouTube algorithm, and I have a lot more interesting readings put together for the future, and I'm sure eventually I will get to the point where I won't be saying every other word. But yeah, if this was helpful to you and you think you know of 2 friends who could benefit from these messages, please let them know so that they know where to find me so that they can get these messages as well. Thanks for being here, Scorpio. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.